I remember the day started like any other. I was in the garage, my hands caked with engine grease, when my phone buzzed. It was a text from my wife. At first, it seemed innocent. Don't worry about dinner tonight. We're doing something special for Lily. Private. I frowned, thumb hovering over the screen. Private? That wasn't like her. We'd always celebrated our daughter's birthdays together. The usual mix of balloons, family, and chaos. Why private? I replied casually, trying not to sound anxious. Okay, need me there? No reply. By mid-afternoon, unease had settled in my chest like a stone. Calls went unanswered. Messages ignored. I told myself I was overreacting. She was just trying to do something thoughtful, make Lily feel grown up, special. But a knot in my stomach refused to loosen. When I finally drove to the park where the party was being held, I saw a cluster of people gathered under a white tent. I parked, and as I stepped out, I caught movement through the open side. My heartbeat slowed, then thudded against my ribs in disbelief. He was there, my wife's old friend, the one I'd never trusted, the one she said was just a buddy from college. And not just him. There were others I didn't recognize, sitting too close, laughing too easily. My stomach sank as realization started to creep in. She hadn't been secretive to surprise me. She'd been secretive from me. I stood frozen at the edge of the crowd. Lily ran up to me, cheeks streaked with frosting, a crown slightly askew. Daddy, you came, she squealed, oblivious of the storm I felt building inside me. I forced a smile, crouched down, and hugged her. Of course, sweetie. Happy birthday. Her innocent laughter cut me in a way I couldn't explain. I wanted to scream, to storm in and demand answers, but the thought of shattering her joy kept my voice silent. I stayed on the sidelines, watching. I noticed the way he leaned too close when she laughed, the subtle brush of hands that lingered too long. My wife didn't see me yet. She was distracted, floating to the crowd with a glass of wine, smiling as if everything was normal. My mind raced, replaying conversations, moments, texts that suddenly seemed suspicious. The late nights at book club, the hidden notifications, the unexplained trips downtown. I remembered the way she had avoided eye contact last week when I asked about her phone, the way she'd been tense when I suggested going out together. I hated myself for doubting, for imagining the worst, but now the worst was standing in front of me, wrapped in laughter and birthday streamers. I took a step closer, pretending to take a picture of Lily with my phone, trying to see her reactions without drawing attention. And then I saw it, his hand brushing hers. Not playful, not fatherly, something charged, something intimate. My chest tightened. My hands trembled. I wanted to confront her there, but I knew it would explode in a way I couldn't control. Instead, I stayed quiet, walked over with a forced calm, and joined Lily in opening her presents. I smiled for her, whispered words of love, while my mind cataloged every betrayal. Later, when we were packing up, she approached me, glassy-eyed, guilty. I wanted it to be a surprise, she said. I wanted to make her birthday perfect. You don't understand. I looked at her, the truth burning in my chest. Perfect for who? I asked quietly, and she couldn't meet my eyes. Her hands shook. I didn't mean to. Don't. I cut her off, my voice steadier than I felt. Don't try to explain. I saw enough today. The drive home was silent. Lily dozed in the back seat, clutching a half-deflated balloon. I kept my hands on the wheel, gripping it until my knuckles turned white, replaying the image of her smile, his touch, the lie that had quietly wormed its way through our lives. I thought about our memories, how everything now felt tinged with deceit, the small moments, the late-night talks, the kisses that now seemed rehearsed. I realized love didn't disappear, not instantly, but trust could shatter in a single afternoon. When we got home, I kissed Lily on the forehead and tucked her in. Her soft breathing, peaceful in innocence, was the only thing keeping me from unraveling completely. I stayed by her bed for a long moment, letting her dreams shield me from the chaos outside her room. I didn't speak to my wife that night. I didn't yell, didn't cry. I simply went to the living room, sat down, and let the silence stretch between us. She didn't try to reach me. I didn't reach her. In the quiet, I realized something. The betrayal hurt, but also taught me something about myself, about boundaries, about self-respect, about the love I deserved, and the love I couldn't accept anymore. Morning came. Lily bounced into the room, sleepy but bright, and I smiled. She didn't know, and I wanted to keep it that way for as long as I could. But my heart was no longer in the same place. I told myself that day, as I watched her unwrap another gift, that some endings are quiet. Some betrayals aren't about dramatic confrontations. They're about the silent decisions we make to protect our own hearts. And I decided then I would stay silent no longer, not for them, but for me. By the time the party leftovers were cleared away and the balloons were stowed, I had made my choice. I would rebuild, but not with her. I would stay for my daughter, yes, but I would never again let someone else's betrayal be the script of my life. The quiet hurt, the lingering sadness, the betrayal, it was all mine to carry, and I carried it like armor, heavy but necessary, as I finally allowed myself to breathe again.